And then we also need to talk about a program of work and develop ideas for those, along with other fundraising ideas. And then Bree can take you over on that.
Tell them what happens if you compete and make top 3 at state. Where do you go?
And if you compete and make top 3 at state, or if you're top 6 and one of the top 3 drop out, you can compete in International Leadership Conference, which I did over the summer. It's really fun. Last year it was in Houston. This year it's in Nashville. You are trading pins with all the states and countries. Last year we had South Korea, Canada, Mexico, and China. A few of the states didn't show up. But then you'll be competing against everybody there. If you get first place, you're now first place in the world in whatever you competed in. And then now Bree will tell you more about the program of work.
Okay, so the program of works is what we have to do every single year. And it's basically just the goals we set for ourselves. So we set a plan and we have to commit to this plan to get it done. So if y'all have any ideas what y'all want to do for goals for HOSA, you should let us know. We'll put you in the group chat, the group meeting, which, did you put numbers on the?
Just send it on paper.
With numbers? Okay. So put your number on that paper and we'll add you to the group meeting if you're not already in it. But also with program of works, we have to do committees. So when we set a goal, we'll assign a committee to that goal, and we'll make sure it is going and being completed. Yeah.
The program of work, that's like, do we want to increase our membership? Like, what are some things y'all wish were different? And, like, what can we do to make HOSA better? Like, I feel like our officers are very involved, but you guys aren't always as invested. What can we do to make that better? So if y'all have ideas for that, those are the kinds of things we want to set our goals on. Do we want to provide community service for a certain group? Do we want to increase our community service? Do we want to increase our membership? Do we want to increase the number of people that go compete at SLC and ILC? So that y'all get to create that program of work and those goals. We just need them to have people attached for that. So that's what she means by that. And he talked about the pins a minute ago. When y'all, have y'all been, like, if you go to Disney World or somewhere that have pins, like HOSA, each organization, each state, each chapter has a pin. Each state has a pin. That's what he meant by pin trading. Like Texas always has a really big pin. Alabama has a pin. We get to submit those pin designs, and we can take 2 per organization. That's something y'all would vote on. But if anybody's crafty and artsy and y'all want to create a pin design, that would be also due in November, I believe. So those are the kinds of things that y'all can, like if drawing is your thing, creativity, submit a pin design.
If we have more than 2 people who want to submit a pin design, we'll just vote, and whichever 2 has the most votes will submit those.
Every year, we make a t-shirt for HOSA in general. If you want to make a t-shirt design and submit it to us, we can vote on it as a chapter, and we'll see which one we like the best and use it.
We also soon want to start appointing committees, which is just a group of people that help manage different things such as fundraising. We are really hoping to do a haunted house fundraiser near the end of October. And if you want to help with that or join the committee for that, we do have to get it approved. So before we get it approved, we have to have them with a full, really detailed plan and then submit it to Ms. Hubbard. But if you do want to help with that, just let us know. We're going to make a committee for that. Did you write down the list of committees that we're going to do?
I printed them on that paper right there.
We also want to get just a general fundraising committee, so just to come up with fundraising ideas or different things. Community service committee, just to help discover different ways we can help our community. We can get volunteer hours, and then also a membership committee, just to help improve membership. And we were considering doing like a social media committee, but we aren't 100% sure about that.
You already talked about them. If they want to help, they can.
Well, if you do want to help with the socials, just let Abby know. She runs most of them.
tell them, if without committees, we won't get anything done, so they have to help.
And without committees, we aren't gonna get much done. Also, we plan on doing a Christmas parade. We aren't doing homecoming because the whole haunted house thing. And last year when we did the Christmas parade, or was it homecoming parade that we did?
It is homecoming.
It was homecoming parade. A lot of people signed up for help and nobody showed up. And it was a nightmare for the people that did show up. So please, if you do sign up, show up. And we might need and if Ms. Bentley isn't being Mrs. Claus, we're gonna need a supervisor. We have a trailer and a truck. We just need a location to do it as well.
Anybody has a good location and we're putting the work on place, that's what we do. So we're not really far, you gotta drive away. We'll bring the supplies, we just need the place. A covered place, preferably.
Does anyone
Y'all know
have any
rain
like,
like
questions or anything? And then if you'd like to sign up for one of the committees, you can just come right up here and write your name down. As I said before, there's a fundraising committee, a haunted house planning committee, a community service committee, and membership committee. So that sign up is going to be right here if you'd like to help with that. And if you have any questions or need help finding the stuff on the website, you can still just come to any of us as I said before.
What questions do y'all have? Anybody need to know, like, what are some ideas that y'all want, like, what do y'all think? I don't know how to word it. We're gonna have to be kind of business-like and to the point in our advisory meetings, because we don't have very long, but we'll try, it sounds very much like, well, we're asking you to study and continue and do a lot of work, but it's fun, we have a good time doing things, like doing the floats fun. We go to the nursing home and usually have a Christmas party, and that's fun. The little people at the nursing home are precious. I'm planning a field trip for HOSA. I don't know yet what it is or where it's going to be, but you got to be in HOSA to go on the field trip, obviously. What are some fun things?
I know we usually have a Christmas party every year as well.
Do lots of
And
games.
the end of the year
We
party.
do games. We have an end of the year party in like May. I'm not sure what. It's sometime in May. We usually do Dirty Santa at the Christmas parties too. That's fun.
Competition sounds like that's work, but it's fun too. Like, we get to go and meet a lot of people from the state, and we go spend the night in Montgomery. We leave on a Thursday morning, come back on a Friday evening. We spend the night in a hotel, and you compete. You have like a keynote speaker. And some of the sessions are a little lengthy, but in the end, it all balances out. There's enough fun to go along with the boring.
And the keynote speakers are always really fun as well. Last year we had Christina Wells. She sang a couple songs for us on stage and was just belting every single note. And then she met up with everybody afterwards, signed a bunch of different merch, CDs and stuff.
She was Ursula in the live Little Mermaid. Did any of y'all see that? Our keynote last year was Ursula. Oh, sorry, never mind. Broadway.
She was on
She was on
Broadway.
Broadway.
And I do just want to recover the fact that if you don't want to compete, that is perfectly fine. It sounds a lot scarier than it is, but it's really not. It's going to sound really hard. It's like for the forensics one, you can watch a single season of NCIS and know most of the material that you need to compete.
And this is your club. Like, the officers are here to lead, but if y'all have ideas or things you want to do, y'all can make this what you want it to be. It's a student-led. That means it's yours. It belongs to you. I'm just here to supervise.
And one thing we forgot to do this meeting that we're technically supposed to do every meeting is the creed and the pledge. But
I tried to print the minutes and agenda, and it had the creed on it for you to recite, but it wouldn't print. The printer was acting up. But Ryan can read you the creed. He's going to read it, and normally in our meetings we start with the pledge and the creed. So go ahead and you can read the creed.
so you don't have to memorize it. Nobody has it memorized. If you'll just repeat after me if you'd like to. I recognize the universal need for quality and compassionate healthcare. I understand the importance of academic excellence, skills training, and leadership development in my career pathway. I believe through service to my country, to my community, and to the world, I will make the best use of my knowledge and talents. I accept the responsibility of a health professional and seek to find my place on a team equally committed to the well-being of others. Therefore, I will dedicate myself to promoting health and advancing healthcare as a student, a leader, an educator, and a member of HOSA Future Health Professionals.
funny because HOSA is a healthcare club. Like, because I teach health science, that's our career tech student-led organization within health science. And everybody, you don't have to, if you're not going into healthcare, that's okay. Some of these guys don't necessarily think they're sold on healthcare, but they're learning leadership. And so, it is a bonus. If you are interested in healthcare, this is a great club to mix with the health science classes that I encourage you to take throughout your high school career to get more hands-on in that field. It works better if you mesh it.
Even if you don't compete, there are still some ways that you can go to SLC. We have a banner every year, and every year there's a theme. This year is Powered by People. Hmm?
That's Haley's job.
Do you want to talk about it? Oh. Well, Haley's making the banner, and you're welcome to help out if you'd like to. And if you are making a pin, it does not have to be the same theme. It just has to be Alabama theme and incorporate different parts about Alabama. You can also be a voting delegate if you'd like. But mainly when it comes to people like that, it's focused on people that didn't make it through state qualifying testing. So if you competed and didn't pass the first round where you are eligible to go to SLC, then those people will have priority over if you didn't try to go through it.
Oh, one more thing. Ryan last year, one year ran for state officer. That's another opportunity within HOSA. If you're interested in being a state officer, and we have a speaker coming on October the 30th. What day is that? October 30th?
It's a Monday. It's the first day of homecoming week.
I gotta get that up here. Right now, my plan is to have a speaker on October the 30th, and the state officers coming to visit. They go into schools all over the state. They go to several leadership things throughout the year. What you have to do to be a state officer is you'll have to take a test this year when we do competitive events to qualify, and then if you make the top 10, you go to Montgomery and you give a speech, and then you have the Alabama HOSA will vote on your position. And so you're giving your speech, and then there are 2 voting delegates from every Alabama HOSA chapter, and they vote on your state officer.
And then another part of that is that you also have to do an either virtual or in-person interview. I did the virtual. There was a lot of technical issues. Is there anything else? And then for the meeting on the 30th, it's going to be in the library. Do we know what state officers are coming?
Do what now?
Do we know what state officers are coming?
I don't.
Well, there'll be somebody, possibly more than one, I don't know. But they'll be in the library on the 30th. It's going to be in the morning.
The advisor called Chelsea Humphreys messaged me.
I don't know.
They may make me move that to a club day. I might have to get that approved, but Chelsea Humphreys, I don't know if Colton is hers. I don't know who her officer
Is there
I don't
anything else? Does anyone have any questions they'd like to ask or anything that was said throughout the entire time?
Ask who's willing to help with the haunted house.
Who's willing to help with a haunted house?
is.
If it gets approved.
If it gets approved, is helping with a haunted house. So if y'all like to come up here and sign on that, it's right up here.
And the committee sheet's up here. If you're interested in a certain committee.
If you write out places, write on the back.
And some of us will be
Actually-
these characters for as well.
Write on the back.
Yeah.
Sis, do you want me to put haunted house?
All of you are on house.
Well, I'll put already thought for this stuff on that.
I know